It was very, very critical for us that we seek for these investors and technical experts for collaboration and investments. For Boeing, for instance, in Africa, in Nigeria in particular, we have about 80% of all the aircraft. They are all made by Boeing, and Boeing Crescent, as it is now, it's all around us but not with us, and so we want to domesticate Boeing. It's part of what we agreed with them, and so we're going to have local maintenance of Boeing's aircraft in Nigeria and within the region, and we want to establish Nigeria as the maintenance hub for all Boeing's aircraft in Africa, because we do have the numbers, and naturally we should have that maintenance hub established in Nigeria. We also are collaborating with them on training. We want to enhance the training capacity that we currently have and increase the number of local experts that will be able to do the maintenance and fly the aircraft.
Aviation safety is the key concern of business and leisure travelers in Nigeria today after the June 3rd Dana air crash. Now, to what extent have we addressed the issue of aircraft safety standards and the threat of attack at our airports and aircrafts?
Safety is not a destination, it's a journey, it's ongoing, and what we have in terms of safety is actually very, very high as regards to ICAO standard. But again, because it's a journey, you must continuously enhance that process. So what we are doing is to look at holistically all the safety standards, the processes, the procedures within aviation, and enhance them to the extent that we don't only meet ICAO standard, because we've met ICAO standard, is to surpass ICAO standard to ensure that everything we do, it's safety, 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 and that's what aviation is all about.
Are there any major talks or bailout plans for some of the underperforming domestic airlines?
Yes. We've set up several committees. The one that is being awaited for now that will really give us the platform to enhance the domestic airlines is the one that we did jointly with Central Bank of Nigeria. The report has been submitted, and the recommendation is what we are going to enforce totally. When we do that, the platform for domestic airline operation will totally change to be more efficient. They will be more professionally tuned, which is what we need. We need to change the way in which we operate so they can be very, very efficient. For government is going to also create the enabling environment for them and make sure that government will do the needful. For instance, the custom duties, government is working on a formula to stop the custom charges and all the taxes, again to ensure that it's a viable business and it remains a viable business and safety is not compromised.
Many Nigerians are lamenting the poor standards of the country's domestic airports. What plans does the ministry have in place for the modernization of the domestic airports, especially with regards to the Aerotropolis?
The state of our airports, it's an eyesore. It's a very, very deplorable state for all of us. Most of them, when I went around, I shed tears because none has grown from where and how they were built some 30 years ago before you were born till date. Were just the same way they had been. The toilets are in a very sad state. Everything was really, really down. And so we had to develop a rehabilitation program. But when we went to sites, And when the studies were done, we couldn't just rehabilitate, we had to reconstruct. And to answer your question, the airport's experience will never be the same again for Nigerians. It's a total new experience. We're reconstructing all the airports, we're rehabilitating all the facilities and infrastructure to ensure that customers' comfort and safety is prioritized.
How would you raise the industry's performance in terms of reforms and operations?
If there is anything as A with double plus, then that's what aviation has. It's a total transformation, total reform in terms of institutional policies and act enactment. It's all we do, 24 hours transformation.
There's been reports that Nigerians are to expect airfares to go up as much as 30% following the increase in aircraft leasing costs and insurance premiums. What's the implication for Nigerians who are already lamenting the high cost of transportation?
Transportation cost in Nigeria, to the best of my knowledge, is actually not high. But is it going to increase to 30%? To the best of my knowledge, I'm not aware. It hasn't been brought to my knowledge. However, what we're doing is scenario studies. If this happens, what should be the proper pricing? And once we are done with that, we'll have a consultation with operators and agree on what should be and should not be, but they cannot on their own increase the price. That's not allowed. That's illegal.